Anchorage in January has a sound, the sharp crack of ice traveling underfoot like a root, invisible. And already too late. Anchorage, Alaska. Port of Alaska, Ship Creek, Tudor Road, Joint Base, Elmendorf, Richardson, JBER Perimeter, Lake Hood, Spenard, Tony Knowles, Coastal Trail, Earthquake Park, Nick Armwood, Glen Highway, and the Nick River Bridge. Post-pandemic early 2030s, a winter of thin budgets, thawing permafrost, and supply chains that still don't trust the sky. Mara Anik, 35, drives a municipal plow with a rattle in the engine that no mechanic can hear, but her. The cab smells like diesel, coffee, and the wool of her balaclava drying on the heater. Out on Tudor Road, the street lights, Wahalis and the spinning snow and the city's radio waves are a chorus of small emergencies spine outs near. Lake Otis, a moose in the median by Old Seward. A blackout rolling down the hillside above the Chester Creek greenbelt. She knows each voice on the scanner by how fear lives in their vowels. Mara is Inupiaq by her father and stubborn by her mother. Her father vanished under a slate-colored sea-off, Nome, when she was a teenager. Her younger sister Tala died on the Glen 2 winters ago. The night a Ridge Hall logistics tanker jackknifed in a crosswind and turned her Subaru into an aluminum bruise. Officially, it was adverse conditions. Unofficially, it was a man named Victor Vosen, Onovridge Holhu, had his drivers riding the legal red line of Oz, and his software massaging the truth. The settlement took 3 signatures and came with a non-disclosure that tasted like pennies. Mara didn't sign. Dallas's wedding dress still hangs at their mother's apartment off Spenard. The lace is white as new snow that never learned its lesson. Her motive isn't a hot thing, it's a slow one. She's not a cop, not a lawyer. She is a woman who knows weather and weight, and how long the lie can drive before the axles come off. Liv Sato is the first to join her, ex-Japanese and Norwegian, 28, with hands to clean for the drone hangar. He tends at JBR. He wears a beanie with a faded edge. Patchen laughs like he thinks gravity is optional. In the spring, he films bald eagles above Ship Creek. In winter, he sells side gigs that skirt the edge of a non-compete. He meets Mara at Lake Hood, where float planes sleep under white quilts, and silence feels like a story about to start. I can get you eyes, he says, tapping a case. Thermal lidar. Legal? If you squint. Eyes are nice, Mara says. I need receipts. Slight pause. The tone tightens. Focused. Receipts come from Nana Evie Mosquito, who runs a closet-sized legal clinic in the back of a thrift store near Benson and Denali. She keeps municipal code in her head and paper files in milk crates. Evie teaches Mara how to file public records requests that don't sound like revenge. Driver rosters. Maintenance schedules. Variance approvals when the cold snaps forced exemptions for tire chains. Emails that should have been deleted but weren't. Evie underlines dates. Timing is policy, she says, meaning who knew what, when, and how that turns into permission. Mara drives the night shift and listens to roads talk. The plow blade sends up ribbons of sparks as it kisses manhole covers. She memorizes whose trucks come through the yard at the Port of Alaska after midnight. Ridge Halls, tankers, all wear the same tired posture front bumpers pitted with history. Tray lights missing a bulb here or there. The corporate logo a little too cheerful against the dirty snow. She notes a Veng number with her glove squeaking on the windshield. The city is a metronome. 4th Avenue neon flickers. Moose's tooth, pizza, boxers, steam on car seats. The JBER fence hums with a cold that tastes metallic. Earthquake Park breathes out toward the black water of Nick Armwood. In a glow from a phone, Tala's face is a screenshot Mara didn't know. She took open-mouthed mid-laugh in a thrifted parka, holding up a Spenard Builder's supply mug, like it's a trophy. The mug sits in Mara's sink now, untouched. The plan is not a single arrow, it is a net. Mara sits at Earthquake Park in a pale afternoon and listens to the distant groan of shifting ice. Aurora will be late tonight. The drone case is closed at her feet. Halvorsen will be indicted for falsifying records. He will learn to live without the word inevitable. But the truth is a 3-legged table, Ridge Hall's sin, the wind on the bridge, and a sister who answered the phone because family is a religion with no safety guidelines. Mara meets Halvorsen once more, in a courtroom with flags, and a clock that ticks too loud. He will play it, she will testify. Outside, the city will keep shivering into the wind. On her way out, a reporter asks if she feels closure. I feel winter, she says, and winter keeps coming back. That night she visits the mudflats, and stands far from the sign. Nick, arm breathes. She pulls up Tala's voice memo, and finally lets it play to the end, where there's a small sound that is not crash, but breath. And then a whispered Tala saying, La vie, as if the world were not about to split. Mara holds the phone like a votive. The aurora stirs above the city a green thread, stitching nothing to nothing. Beautiful as a lie you tell to sleep. When she turns to leave, her boot slips on a gloss of ice. She missed with the plow. She laughs at the lesson. Roads are honest. People are not. She steadies herself and walks toward the dim warmth of the Tony Knowles trailhead lights, where skiers whisper past like ghosts who paid their debts and kept the receipts. Revenge is a mirror that reflects the